So this is gonna be our first official non. No, it's not. We have other stuff up.
We do, but first podcast-ish thing. That's not true, but kinda official.
I didn't. I didn't put the Animal Crossing one up. So this.
This is like episode 1. We can call it episode 1.
Well, I don't even know if I'm not even gonna count this. This isn't even the podcast thing. But this will be kind. I guess will be kind of.
This is
Because,
episode
like-
0.
Okay, yeah, episode 0, because you gotta get to know your party before you can
Right.
agree with them. So you gotta understand where we're coming from.
It's like
As
Evangelion
far as-
title. Like, this is parentheses not a podcast. That'll be
Oh,
the title
okay,
of this
yeah, yeah.
episode. That's a good title.
So we're late to the we're late to the to the thing, to the party.
The party.
It's February and everyone and some games have already come out. But yeah, we're gonna go over our most anticipated games for 2023. I think I can confidently guess what your number 1 is.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Do you
I-
want to say
I'll,
what you think?
when you get to it, let me guess, and we'll see if I'm right. I don't think you can guess my number 1 though.
I bet you maybe. I think there's one you're really excited for that's on my list.
There's 5 I'm really excited for.
What are you doing?
So, I did some runner-ups to start with, and we can just kind of shoot through these real quick, and then you can shoot through some that maybe that you're cautiously looking forward to, but not really. So, some runner-ups for anticipated, no particular order, that I'm cautiously looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo 4.
Yes, that's on my list of runner-ups. That's
Yeah, I'm not sold, but I'm looking at it.
I'm gonna get it, and I feel like this is kind of like my last cat. This is like my last chance for Blizzard, because
Yeah,
I've kind of given up on them at this point, and this is their last hurrah for me. If this doesn't go well, like Overwatch 2 levels of garbage, I think I'm just done with Blizzard at that point.
The sad thing too is like Overwatch 2 was fine, but it's not
yeah.
Overwatch 2.
Yes.
But yeah, so Diablo 4. We'll see. I don't know if you've heard of this game, but it's very popular with my friend group. It's Sons of the Forest.
Yes, that's also on my list. I played the first one. I have like 100 hours in the first one. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was a weird game that was actually really fun. When they added multiplayer, we played it even more. So that's another one, and that actually comes out this month.
I wanted to say that was on my list of like my top 5 potentially, until this morning, when I found out that instead of pushing it back again, they're releasing it in early access. So it's not going to be complete when it's out, but they said they want to work with the community to make it a perfect game. So I'm hesitantly optimistic. It will be good, but it's not launching as a finished game.
Okay, so they're gonna basically the same route as Forest.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still excited for it, but I think that knocked it out of my most anticipated games.
Yeah. Okay. Company of Heroes 3. We'll see. I didn't play the playtest yet, but people said they liked it. I don't know.
haven't even thought about that. I didn't even know it was coming out, to be honest.
Yeah. And then I only did 2 more runner-ups, kind of. My next one is going to be Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4 was on your runner-up list, huh?
Yeah, it's not in my top. I'm not a Nintendo person.
That's fair. I love Nintendo, but I'm not
Yeah.
that into Pikmin. Just never really got into it. I have Pikmin,
I like
on
Pikmin.
GameCube.
It's like the one Nintendo game I like. Like, I like all the Nintendo games, but like that's like the one I really like.
Yeah.
And then my last one, which I don't have high hopes for, but I'm kind of curious, is, and I actually forgot to write this one down, but it's that, whatever. I'm not even gonna count it because I heard some leaked things and whatever. I ain't gonna count it. So never mind. Pikmin 4 is my last runner-up.
So, games that I wouldn't say are in my top like 5 or whatever, but I'm looking forward to: Hades 2,
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah.
That comes out in the fall, but I think it's early access. And
Yeah, they are doing early access.
I would say like right on the edge of things I'm excited for is Spider-Man 2 coming out on PlayStation.
Oh fuck. I technically never finished the first one, so
It was so good. It
or
was
the
really good.
or the Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
I haven't done either of those. It just came on PC, so maybe.
Do a gameplay. Do gameplay of it.
So those are the only runner-ups you put?
Sons of the Forest was on there because that looks fun. Diablo 4, we talked about that.
Oh, okay. So your other ones were just the same.
Yeah.
All right.
The one that I would put, but it's not officially announced because it got pushed back, is Advance Wars Reboot. Because I love Advance
I
Wars.
forgot that shit isn't out yet.
It was supposed to come out December 10th of 2021, and now we're February 2023, and it's still not out. But there's a lot of leaks and rumors.
For such like a simplistic gameplay, you'd think it would not take as long as it is.
Oh, it's definitely like 100% done. The rumor is they pushed it back because of the Russia thing. Because Nintendo didn't want to release a war game so close to all that shit.
Okay. Well, maybe. All right. I guess then we'll just go back and forth. If those are your runner-ups, my number 5 is the System Shock remake.
I saw that on list of upcoming games, but I know nothing of System Shock. System Shock's old, right?
Yeah.
Like old PC.
So, I played System Shock when I was young, so I probably didn't grasp the concepts and the themes of the game. Now, I remember the gameplay and the systems and story being really cool and really fun. But I will say there's a big downside with this remake is I already know the ending. And part of the whole thing with the System Shock is the ending is this big twist and crazy. And that is already gone for me. So I won't get to experience that again.
Well, I know nothing about it, so maybe I can play it and stream it to you, and then you can live vicariously through me.
So that's why I put it at number 5, because I do really want to play it, because it was fun, but the big con being, I already know the ending, and it's a big story-driven game, kind of. But yeah, so if you don't know System Shock, but you like Bioshock 1 and 2 specifically, not specifically 2, but 1 and 2 together specifically, then you would really like System Shock. It's like what they did first, and it's in space.
So I like Bioshock 1 and 2, definitely. I think Bioshock 3 is my favorite, though.
Bioshock 3 was good.
Would I still like System Shock if I like 3 more?
Yeah. I mean, you still like the game overall. It's the same type of gameplay where it's like an FPS adventure, like Half-Life style.
Yeah.
I don't know. When was the last time you played a good FPS adventure game?
It's been a very long time.
Like, what are those? What's that genre even called? That genre's kind of, I guess Doom. Doom would be the last one.
Like Doom, yeah. I mean,
Eternal,
I guess
Doom Eternal is good.
Doom and the new Wolfensteins, even though they're kind of old at this point, but those were really fun.
Yeah. So to have another like really good FPS adventure game like that, I'm looking forward to. So that was my number 5.
My number 5, I kind of cheated, and I'm gonna put Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 together.
Oh.
Was that on your list?
It is.
Oh. What number on your list was it, though?
All right. Well, we'll get to it, but I have it higher.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can save talking about that for later, because
we can talk about it now.
Okay, yeah. Recently, I say recently, when I met you, I is when I kind of started getting into fighting games again. Like, I grew up playing Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat, like on Super Nintendo and Killer Instinct. And Dead or Alive, I probably played a lot of Dead or Alive 2 on PS2. And Tekken. I played a lot of Tekken on PS1. But then I didn't really play anything until I met you in, like, what, 2018 or something?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And then I got, like, really into fighting games again. So this is my first Street Fighter and Tekken launch where it's, like, new for me.
And unfortunately for you, you met me when I was, like, on the way out of fighting games.
Yeah.
Like, I was really into them. and I still like them, but like we played, like my friend group and I played like Tekken to death, and like by the time you got into it, it was just like, I think I uninstalled that game.
Right, and that's why I'm excited. I'm really excited for these two because it's like a launch, and
Yeah, the
you'll
launch
play
of a
it
fighting
more.
game is, the launch of a fighting game is really fun too because everyone's bad and like everyone's trying to figure out. Well, obviously pros and shit are good, but like the casuals, everyone's bad and everyone's trying to figure out characters together.
Yeah.
So it's always fun.
So yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm very excited for that.
So that's your number 5, huh?
Yeah, I loosely
right.
made like a tier list. Kitty, stop.
Gotcha. So my number 4 is a wild card in my opinion because I'm just kind of curious if it can even. I almost hesitate to call this anticipated, but I am looking at it. I am anticipating it, and that is the game Wild Hearts.
I don't know anything about that. What's that?
It's the EA Monster Hunter game.
Oh yeah, I saw gameplay of that. That looks cool. I love Monster Hunter. You showed me Monster Hunter, and I love it. I fell absolutely in love with it. So hopefully that's good.
So, I'm curious because there's been other Monster Hunter style games that I've tried and just don't capture the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like technically, what would have taken this list by storm is if like Monster Hunter World 2 would have been announced or anything.
Oh my god,
that
I'm
ain't coming out this year.
No, I would guess we'll probably get an announcement next year or maybe late this year of that.
No, I think we'll get so previous Monster Hunters, like Monster Hunter Rise was announced like after the last patch of Monster Hunter World, and so rumor is the last Rise patch is going to be in April. So then people are thinking Monster Hunter World 2 or whatever they call it might get announced after that.
That would be cool.
But it still ain't coming out this year. So to hold me over, I'm looking at this Wild Hearts game and it's looking kind of cool. It's different enough to where it holds my interest.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick it up if you do and play it. Oh wait, you know
Yeah.
that just randomly reminded me. What's that Dinosaur Capcom game? Is that coming out this year?
I don't know.
I'm like not. I don't think it looks that great, but I feel like it's gonna be incredibly fun to play with friends.
Yeah.
Like in like a janky way.
Well, I've watched some of the open beta and it doesn't even look janky, but I know what you mean. Like
Yeah.
Earth Defense Force kind of way.
Right.
All right, what's your next one?
See, it's so hard because I like want all of these games. I'm gonna say Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Oh, okay.
Because the first one is probably the best Star Wars game I've ever played. It's like Dark
You think it's
Souls
the
and
best
Star Wars.
game?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, like you're putting in better than like KOTOR 1 and 2.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
For different, I don't know. It's just it was so fun when I played it. Like you literally play it on hard, and it literally just it feels like Dark Souls, but Star Wars. And I like the characters, and I like lightsabers, so I like it a lot.
I liked it, but there's something that's not. It hasn't caught me yet. Like I picked it up recently. I actually started it recently, but like something about it just hasn't grabbed me yet. And sometimes that's how it is with me in RPGs. Like came really late to like Oblivion. Like I hate a lot of these games a lot of times the first time I play it. Like I only just came back around to Elden Ring. Huh?
You hated Oblivion?
Yeah. Funny story. The first game I owned on an Xbox was Morrowind. As soon as I bought my Xbox, I bought Morrowind knowing nothing about it, and I hated it. I was like, this is stupid. I attacked this villager and he killed me, and I hate it. And then I bought Oblivion on the 360, and I was like, this sucks too. And then like randomly, don't tell the police, but I randomly illegally downloaded it on my first gaming computer, and I just was like, oh, and like something clicked. I was like, whoa, this game's awesome. But it was like years after.
You know, that's
And
fair.
then it's,
Because I feel like I
I don't
played
know.
Oblivion because my friends played Morrowind, and they were like, oh, oh, Elder Scrolls is so good. And the first time I played Oblivion, I don't think I cared for it that much because I didn't get it. But then when I came back, I just dumped hours and hours and hours into it. Same with Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim out of the gate.
Skyrim I played like right away. It clicked for me. Same thing happened to me with Elden Ring. I played it. I liked it. I played it, but I only recently started really getting into it again.
Elden Ring is so good.
A lot of RPGs do that for me. Something will click. Like I'm playing through Pillars of Eternity again, and then I recently played through. It's only in beta. Oh shit! Another good one. I forgot. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm still waiting. If that actually comes out this year, next year, whenever it's coming out, that's definitely on my.
It comes out this year. I think they said June. It'll be 1.0. It'll be done.
I'm so excited. I played for like 10 hours and I knew I was gonna love it, and I said I'm not gonna play this until 1.0 comes out because it's just too good, and I didn't want to keep replaying over and over and over.
But yeah, well, okay. I don't have Star Wars Survivor on my list at all, but we'll see. Maybe it'll prove me wrong.
I'm excited. What's
all
your
right,
next
my
one?
number 3. I split these up, but my number 3 is Street Fighter 6.
Ooh.
And kind of the same reason. I like fighting games. This new Street Fighter is looking very promising.
Yes.
It looks very fun. I'm like in love with all the characters, all the new redesigns. Everything just is looking really fun. So that's going to be really fun. Looking forward to that.
I'm kind of surprised at how much. What are you doing, Kat? How much I love all of the characters. Because usually in a lot of fighting games, I'll be like, oh, this character looks cool, but I would just never play them. Or I get where they're going with this, but I don't even really want to try them. But in Street Fighter, I literally want to try every single character, new and old, because they all look so good.
I think they nailed the. I really like the art style where it's like almost this weird like realism, but then kind of exaggerated, so it almost comes off as comic booky or cartoony.
Yeah, they have like
it's pretty unique.
Like
looking, I think.
Graffiti paint like punches and stuff. Also, if you watch any gameplay of that game in like slow motion, like the unique little subtle facial animations and like little things they do here and there, there's no fighting game that looks as good as that game.
Also, I thought I would hate the graffiti stuff because it's like, oh, look at us, we're trying to be edgy. Hello, fellow kids. But I actually don't hate it.
Yeah, it looks
not bad.
It looks really good.
It's kind of like it hasn't hit the point to where it's cringe, and it just looks cool.
And now that everyone has like counters and stuff, I feel like it's going to be very skill mind games kind of thing, because every character has a counter and every character has like a reversal kind of stuff, and that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. So like we kind of were in like a renaissance of fighting games where they all got like brought back from the dead, and I would say this might start it again with this, because this is looking really polished, really fun, and the guys who are in charge of this, who are in charge of the Capcom fighting games, like they picked up the end of Street Fighter V and really cleaned it up and did like a lot of cool additions. And I would love to see some more Capcom fighting games other than Street Fighter. So like if we could get some more out of that, or just even as guest characters, get other Capcom guest characters,
That would be, oh yeah. I feel like I also came into fighting games at like a really weird time, but a good time. Because like the second half of Street Fighter V, Guilty Gear Strive came out. Tekken 7, like, I guess wasn't super big at launch, but ended up selling like a shit ton of copies. So I feel like this generation primed like the next generation to be the biggest fighting game generation, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited for that.
I think 6 will really pick it up.
So did you put Tekken above Street Fighter 6?
I did.
Is that your next number?
No spoilers, bro.
Oh, sorry.
You can go next.
Okay. I was kind of torn. So how many do we have left? We have 3 left.
Well, you have 3. Yeah, I have 2.
Okay, so I have 4 games. So I guess like my number 3 spot's kind of tied. I know it's cheating, but whatever. And I would say like Hogwarts Legacy, which comes out early access in like 2 days.
Dude, there is no way that game's gonna be good. But anyways, it's your list.
I already bought it. I'm gonna play it, and it looks fun. I don't think it's gonna be the greatest game ever, but I think it's gonna be incredibly fun. So I guess I could put that under like a
I mean, to be fair, this is anticipated games. It doesn't have to be good games. You're just
true,
what you're looking
true.
forward to.
I guess between that and Final Fantasy 16, I think I'm more excited for Final Fantasy 16, and Final Fantasy 16 is going to be a better game. But they're kind of like, I couldn't decide which one I wanted for my number 1 and 2, or no, sorry, my for which one I wanted to do for 3 and 4. So I'm just putting them both at 3.
Okay. All right, I'll accept that. I'll at least give you this. It's going to be the best Harry Potter game that's been released.
Definitely, 100%.
Can't be much worse. Can't be any worse than Harry Potter that was on the PlayStation.
Okay, wait. Okay, there is a phenomenal Harry Potter game if you didn't know. So Harry Potter on the Game Boy Color is a 10 out of 10 game. It is literally like a Final Fantasy style RPG where you go through the plot of the first book and you level up like a JRPG. And if you haven't played that, get it, emulate it, do anything. It's worth playing. It's super fun.
Okay, maybe it won't be the best Harry Potter game.
What is your number
right,
3, 2, whatever it is? Where we're at?
So Street Fighter 6 was my 3. My 2 is Tekken 8. I did separate them, and my love for Tekken goes deep. It was like one of the first fighting games I ever played. I just remember playing Tekken 1 with my cousin every chance we get. So like if we had family get-togethers for like Christmas, whatever, we would be in there playing Tekken. And I love Tekken 7. So I skipped a ton of Tekkens. I played Tekken 1, 2, 3, stopped playing fighting games for a bit. So I missed a lot of the tag stuff and everything, but then picked it back up with Tekken 7, and I loved it. It crushed. It was amazing. I loved every bit of it, and I just excited for Tekken 8. I think it's purely nostalgia, but I mean, I think it will also be good.
I mean, Tekken 7 sold... It's one of the best-selling fighting games like of all time, except for probably Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And Mortal Kombat's in like a league of its own when it comes to sales, but I think
that just sells based on legacy alone.
And Mortal Kombat is fun currently. I love it, but I don't see it as like a hyper competitive. I know that's like a lot of people get mad at me for saying that, but I see like Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, Tekken as more of a competitively fighting game than Mortal Kombat is.
The latest Mortal Kombat kind of flopped a little bit for me. I wasn't into it as much as the other ones.
Yeah, every time I played Mortal Kombat 11 or whatever the newest one is, I was just like, I kind of wish I was playing Street Fighter right now. Because it was very slow like Street Fighter is. In a good way.
Yeah, but that's my number 2. Not much to say. There hasn't been a lot of news about it. They just announced something today. I haven't watched, or the other day, but I haven't watched it yet. But I'm gonna probably do that after. But what's his name? He like broke down aggressive. I started it. He's like, keyword aggressive.
I like aggressive. Aggressive's good.
Yeah.
Have I listed any?
That's my number 2.
Have I listed any games that you thought was going to be my number 1 yet?
No.
Oh, so it could still be there. My number 2 is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom / Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh fuck! That's what I thought your number 1 was.
It's not. Be. It's not my number 1. It's my number 2.
Wow.
Do you know what my number 1 will be?
I'm still gonna guess. I thought that was gonna be your number 1 for sure.
I mean, I think everybody knows that game's gonna be good. Breath of the Wild.
Zelda's not on my.
You're crazy. Breath of the Wild was like one of the best Nintendo games. This was one of the best games ever made. I love Breath of the Wild. It was perfect. It's one of those games I beat one time and it was just a perfect ending, and I never played it again, but I still put it in like my top lists of favorite games. And I just want that, but better and more. So I don't know anything about it. I haven't even watched trailers for it. I just know I'm gonna get it, and I'm excited for it.
I can't say much about it. I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
You're crazy.
I'm not saying it's a bad game by any means. It's not for me.
What's your number 1?
I'm fully aware that it's a good game. I'm acknowledging its greatness, but it's just
sound design, game design, level design. It's all good.
and I didn't put the new one on my list at all.
Well, what's your number one, Kevin?
Well, you gotta guess. Do you have any idea?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna guess. Armored Core.
Damn, you got it. Fuck.
I knew you were so excited
Yeah,
when they announced that I knew that was gonna be your number one.
Yeah, Armored Core 6 is my number one, especially, and apparently they just announced some not gameplay, but talking about it. Like, dude.
Oh.
But yeah, I loved. It's a pure nostalgia thing, and having recently started getting into Elden Ring again, I'm ready for Armored Core 6. Don't got much to talk about other than I loved this game. I remember playing it in the PS2. My Blue Thunder. It's the name of my robot every time. Blue Thunder. And I think the multiplayer, hopefully they keep it. I think that'll be really fun because, like, I like the concept of Elden Ring multiplayer where you're like fighting people and their builds and stuff. But now take that up like to 11 because you have like fully customized mechs that you're fighting your friends in, and you're trying to see whose mech is better. And you can have like crazy energy weapons and machine guns and missiles and spider legs and tank legs and regular legs, and I don't know what's better. Who doesn't like a good mech fight where you with your friend? You're like, my mech's better than yours.
Is there gonna be PvP? You think, or is it just PvE?
Well, that's all there was multiplayer in the old one.
Okay.
It wasn't a co-op game. It was single player.
Man.
You did missions to earn. You're a mercenary. You did missions, got money. You build your mech, buy new parts and everything, and then you could do PvP mech fights with other people's consoles,
Dang.
like their save files. They would load their mech.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm so excited because I know nothing about Armored Core. I've never played it. I started playing Dark Souls with Dark Souls 2, and then I played 3 and then 1, and yeah, I've played them all since then. So I'm familiar with the company, but I know that Armored Core is like not anything the same. So I'm interested to see where it goes, and I'm interested to give it like a fresh
because
perspective.
they talk. I'm very interested because Armored Core like 1, 2 that I played a lot. I mean, obviously, don't play anything like a Dark Souls game, other than that your mech can die, like you can blow up.
I'm assuming it's gonna be hard.
But, like, oh yeah, those games were hard in general because, like, you had to like manage your heat and stuff. So like your mech could like overheat if you shot too much, and I don't know. Like, did you ever play Zone of the Enders?
Yes, I have played that.
So
Similar.
imagine a more realistic version of Zone of the Enders, like where Zone of the Enders kind of was like more anime inspired,
Yeah, like arcade
you were, like,
anime.
in these fast mechs and it's crazy. Whereas like Armored Core was really like I don't know how to describe it. It was very slow, methodical, and thought out. Like you couldn't like just be like jetpacking everywhere because you would blow through your heat gauge and everything. And so like a lot of times you were just like running around and you're almost kind of slow unless you were like boosting certain areas. At least in the older ones. The new ones did get faster, but I don't know what they're gonna go for with this one.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for that game.
But yeah, that's my number one. And now that Zelda's been picked, shit, I don't even know what to guess. It might be Armored Core 6, but I don't know if that's your number one.
I'll give you a hint. It is not a new IP. It is a remake of the greatest game ever made.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII.
No. Still not Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, really?
I forgot about that. That would be on my list, but
know
Resident
that's
Evil
coming out this
4 remake comes out in 2 months.
Oh, shit.
And I am so excited. I have played that game like probably like 20 times. I think I own it on PS2, GameCube, Wii. I own it on like Switch, PC, everything. I've played that game so much.
Do you own the Resident Evil 4 controller?
No, I genuinely almost bought it one time because I saw that it was on eBay and they were like $200, but I just couldn't justify it.
You know what's crazy? So here's a story for you that might break your heart. So around when Resident Evil 4 came out, I worked at GameStop, and we did a thing called Penny Out, where like if we clearance something out, and we couldn't sell it, but it technically be in our system for a penny. and then we'd throw it away at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
And we'd have to destroy it. Like we didn't just throw it away. We had to like
Oh, you
destroy
like
it. So
scratch the
it was
discs
the
and
biggest,
snap them and stuff.
yeah, all that stuff. I must have cut the cord of like 100 of those damn chainsaw
Oh
controllers.
my god. Imagine if you had them all now, like just flipping them on eBay, you'd have thousands of dollars.
Yeah, well, they were really stupid looking. I would have never thought that they would have been popular.
I know
I mean, I get it. It's just for whatever's sake. But yeah.
a lot of people say the Wii version is the best version of that game. I'm gonna say GameCube version is the best version of that game. The controller was like just made for that game. The GameCube controller is perfect for Resident Evil 4.
What about the VR version?
Oh, I haven't played that. I need to get a VR just to play it.
Yeah.
If I ever get it, maybe I'll stream it. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Well, damn. I didn't know I knew you liked Resident Evil, but I didn't know.
I am
That
so
looks
excited for that
horrible.
game. I'm gonna take off time from work or something for that game because I need to play it immediately.
Dang. Yeah. I would have thought that it would have been either Final Fantasy or Zelda. I mean, I thought for sure it was gonna be Zelda. You tricked
That was
me.
my was number 2. If I didn't love Resident Evil
I
4
know,
so
but-
much, then it would have been number 1.
Damn.
Although did
I-
they ever say if Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 is coming out this year or no? I think it's next year.
I don't actually know if it
I think it's
is.
next year.
Yeah.
That I also love Final Fantasy 7. That's a good game.
Well, we'll have to see if if any of these games are actually good. I'm confident that most of these will be. I don't know about Wild Hearts or System Shock, but I think everything else on our list would probably be pretty solid.
I think Wild Hearts will be fun. I don't think it'll like replace Monster Hunter. I think it'll be just kind of like that
no, for sure.
weird
No, no, no.
niche like one-off that people really like.
It's gonna scratch my itch while Monster Hunter's not out.
World 2 is gonna be. I'm gonna dump hundreds of hours in that game, guaranteed.
Yeah, now you'll get to play it when it comes out, so you'll actually get to like experience.
Yeah, I
it
won't have
and
like the
everything.
Defender
'Cause that-
post game set immediately, so I just cheese
Yeah,
through
because
everything.
when you get that armor, it's like super easy, and it I don't know, you lose out like on half of the game.
yeah, you skip through like 100+ hours by using the cheat armor.
I mean, I get it. Most people will say that beginning part isn't worth it, but I mean, it's still fun. You get to really learn your combos and stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like it's fun because you get to learn the monsters and you get to learn, yeah, like you said, like the combos
That's
and
it.
everything. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I think the true answer to the 0 slot though is potential Pokemon DLC. That's my number 0, if that counts. It hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been announced, but I feel like it's inevitable that we're gonna get Scarlet and Violet DLC this year, and I'm also excited for that.
I'll put my DLC anticipation at Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, how have they not had DLC for that? That's crazy.
How they've not announced it yet?
Yeah. I remember when they were like, oh, DLC's coming for Elden Ring, and everybody freaked out, and they're like, it's a multiplayer arena. And I was like, oh, cool. That's great. I know there's a huge community for multiplayer in Dark Souls games, but for me personally, that's not why I play them. I play it for PvE, single player, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like the dude is pretty done with Elden Ring. I bet he's having a hard time coming up with DLC.
I wouldn't even be upset if there wasn't DLC, I guess. I feel like that's a pretty perfect game. And if they just announced, like, the next whatever Souls-like game, I'd be okay with that, too.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. That was all I got. We'll see how many of these are. Maybe we'll do another one at the end of the year. Damn, how many of these do we actually like? Hogwarts? No way.
I'll let you know in a couple days.
All right, cool. Well, that was that.
That was that.
All right.
What games are you excited for,
oh,
person that listened to this whole thing?
Let us know in the comments.
And
yeah,
what topics
the
do you
one
want to hear
person
us
who
argue
watched it.
about? Because I'm down to argue with Kevin all the time.
I don't know what we'd argue about.
Friendly
I
argue.
I don't think we disagree on a lot of stuff.
Except grapplers kind of suck in fighting games.
No, I like grapplers.
See, we can fight about that. Well,
I never played.
we should.
But I like
We'll
them.
make like. I think we should make like cute little fighting argument stuff about things. I think that'd be fun. Little 10-minute episodes.
All right. We'll see how long it takes to edit this, and we'll go from there.
All right. Bye, friends. I love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.